AL vote totals are out, and the third base numbers tell us that this guy is no longer the most overlooked star in the game, my friends. The 29-year-old is leading the race with over 1.2 million votes. Now, Rafi Devers isn't far behind him. Matt Chapman, J.J. LeMahieu, and Alex Bregman trail by quite a bit. So, X, I want to go to you. New cornerstone, this Guardians team. Does he deserve to start at third in LA next month?
Jose Ramirez?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But the votes are telling us otherwise.
That's fine what the votes say, but I'm so stuck on Rafael Devers, and the reason why is because 24 years old. He's that much younger. Ramirez is 29, so I love him being a younger star in the game. I love the idea batting .333 right now. His WAR is 4 compared to Ramirez's 3.3. I think right now Devers is the better player. Ramirez has taken a step back over the past couple of series. I'm looking at Devers still being the most consistent third baseman in the game right now. And let me tell you another thing. Devers plays against in the toughest league that we have right now, the AL East. For Ramirez, that's one of the softer leagues if we're looking at it right now.
Doesn't Dave Roberts disagree with that?
I mean, yeah.
Dave Roberts got to stop talking.
He does.
Dave Roberts.
But that's what I got. I got Devers right now.
Okay.
That's who I'm sticking with.
I mean, Kate, to that point, Jose Ramirez just has 1 RBI in his last 10 games, and obviously Devers, the production speaks for itself. But if you talk about maybe the popularity, it's an event for the fans, representing Middle America.
I'm not voting for the Red Sox. I'm not rooting for it.
Well,
there's no way I'm like, yeah, Devers. I mean, he's having a great year, and he's a guy that didn't sign that contract extension, so he needs an all-star going into his next negotiations or whatever. But I like Ramirez.
Don't need an all-star going into his next.
I mean, he's getting paid regardless, but that's just another thing, another chip to put on there. But Ramirez, for me, I love when Ramirez said to Freeman, Freeman, you're the best hitter after me.
So great. He knew what to do when he was mic'd up in that situation. And I believe you were working that game. But can't you make the argument that Devers has more protection in the Red Sox lineup?
Yes, exactly. You brought up Devers' age, and it's like, fantastic, great. That's all the more reason to give him a bigger contract in free agency if they were both going to get there, which Jose Ramirez is not. But that has nothing to do with all-star potential. Jose Ramirez is like one of the best hitters in the game. And you said this when we were introducing this. This is a sign, the all-star voting is a sign that he is no longer as overlooked as he was for a really long time, and I think that's great. I think that, like, the Guardians, Cleveland team, invested in him. They're building around him, and that makes sense. He is the cornerstone of their team.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, X and I were talking about this before the game, about how both of these guys are sort of a little bit under the radar. And for Jose Ramirez, because he plays in Cleveland, what's Devers' excuse? How come he's under the radar? He plays for the biggest markets in baseball.
I think it's because we've become to expect from obviously the Red Sox, like, extreme production from the middle of the order. And I look at Devers and I look at Jose Ramirez, and if I put Devers in the same lineup as Ramirez, he's going to do the same damage, even more. You can't tell me that if I put Devers in that lineup that he's not going to do what Jose Ramirez does. So I don't even care about the protection. Devers is a beast.
That's
and he's been.
Jimenez and Naylor. That's not quite the same.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. But you cannot tell me
All due respect.
You cannot tell me Devers will not do what he's doing in any other lineup right now. I just can't believe it.
What did you say? He's like got a bunch of doubles.
Yeah,
because he plays at Fenway with.
Yeah, but I look at.
No, sorry, that was Ramirez. Excuse me, with 24 doubles.
I look at even earlier in the year, Devers JD was started off a little slow. Bogart started off a little slow. Devers was still banging. So you cannot tell me this guy would not bang in any lineup.
To your point, Devers does lead the AL in extra base hits.
So recency bias is what you're saying. Devers started out slow.
The only thing that you can get me with Ramirez is he's gonna steal some bases. He's quicker and plays a solid third base. Third base. But as far as if I'm picking one guy in the bottom of the 9th inning between Devers and Ramirez, Devers is my guy.
But you're not. You're picking one guy to be the third base
for the All-Star game.
I'm gonna 100% in the All-Star game. If we're talking about the All-Star games where we market some of the youngest, best players as well, I'm picking Devers.
Or you market the guy who's going to be the foundational piece of a team that sort of has been without stars, that's mostly famous for shipping away their best position players and manufacturing pitching in-house. I think that if you're going to go for the sort of like who needs the shine the most, then it's even more.
Guardians need that right now.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, we're really ganging up on you
He's
today.
down with
I don't
Devers.
know how this is the thing.
man says Devers. That's it.
If we're talking about marketing too, I'm marketing the guy that's most likely going to be in the playoffs too.
Guardians can potentially.
Stop right now.
I don't know why I just hit puberty.
You're not
on
going to
that
tell
note.
me that you're going to take the Guardians over the Red Sox in the playoffs. Stop with that.
Okay.
We're going to talk about this
You know
Red
what?
Sox have been hot
You know
this
what?
month.
This
Red
is
Sox have been
about.
hot.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. And it's a Yankees guy that.
No,
took a
they're
lot.
trending up. They've gone from third, fourth to second now. I don't know. They're the Red Sox, though. That's what we're talking about. All the other talent around Devers. Jose is really just the guy, and he's signed to be the guy with the Guardians. He's the face of the Guardians. If we're talking about the All-Star game and having guys represented from different teams, different markets, it's Ramirez for me.